Welcome back to yet another lesson about jazz improvisation with Mr. G. This is the third and final lesson we're going to be doing, and we're going to be talking about Dorian. So to kind of give you a little bit of insight into what this is, so we know our concert B flat major scale, and that sounds like this, right? But what if we were to play that same scale starting on the second note of the scale and ending on the second note? So instead of B flat, we start on C. And it's the same as the concert B flat scale. So there are two flats, E flat and B flat, but we're starting on the second note. Here's how that sounds. Different sound. It's the same scale. You can think of it the same way. Concert B flat, just starting on a different note, and that gives you a mode. And there are actually a lot of these modes just by playing different notes of a major scale. But this one, Dorian, is very important for jazz and very important for a specific type of jazz called modal jazz, which was developed kind of around the 1960s. It just involves not a whole lot of chords going on, but this very scalar approach to the sound using just a couple of modes, and in some cases only one mode. Dorian is a really common example of that. So I wrote this up on the board just as a visual reference as well. We have B flat major. This starts on B flat, C, D, E flat, F, G, A, B flat. We're back on B flat. This is one octave of a B flat major scale. Down here, you see I've circled this second note just to drive the point home. It starts on the second note. So it starts on concert C, and there's going to be a transposition guide for everybody who doesn't read in concert pitch. Whoa, we're starting on C. It's a new scale, but it's also the same scale, right? So we have C, D, E flat, F, G, A, B flat, C. So new scale, but actually the fingering should be very familiar to all of us who have played our B flat scale before. And this scale has a very specific sound. So I'm going to hold out a C. Sounds a little minor at first. So that note, the A, gives it its characteristic sound. And it really sticks out and makes it not just a minor scale. So this is, again, one more time, the second note of the B flat major scale creates this awesome mode called Dorian that you can use along to something like this. I'll show you an example. I'm only going to be playing notes from the B flat major scale starting on C, concert C. So you don't have to play for quite that long, but there is a very specific sound and feeling and mood that you can kind of achieve by using just that one scale that you actually already know how to play. So this is just an introduction to modes, and there's a listening example of Cantaloupe Island by Herbie Hancock, which he is only using a handful of modes to kind of approach that song, but it sounds so full because of the way he uses them. There's a way to use them with so much intent and kind of explore them. And again, like we said before, use that jazz style that you've already learned from previous lessons. Don't be afraid to play less and kind of think about what you played and respond to yourself, because that can be a really cool sound when you just go, right? You just created a variation on a theme that you made up on the fly, which is, I think, very cool. So this is going to be posted on Schoology as an assignment. You're going to be going along to the backing track, and I will post the instructions to that very explicitly so that we have all the transposing that we need, all the information that we need. Here's the scale one more time. Feel free to pause the video and watch it. Yeah, and we're going to be moving on to something else other than jazz the week after this, so stay tuned.